Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Jerry Kennedy and I'm a fashion designer, as you can see. So guys, please do well to check on my last video where I posted how to draft a preset that bustier. So for today we'll be talking about how to draft a corset with an inserted cup, a corset with an inserted breast cup. Now the measurement needed for it is your bust measurement, your under bust measurement, feet measurement, which is also your waist, then the small hip measurement, the shoulder to under bust, waist measurement, nipple span, and shoulder to small hip. So guys, let's get started. So first of all, you want to start by taking your guideline. Of course, the guideline has no specific measurement. All you have to do is to take an horizontal line at the top of your paper. So after taking your guideline, the next you are going to be doing is to take our neck measurement. So for this one, I won't be specific. I'll just be using 3 inches by 3 inches for the neck measurement. So for your size, you can use 3 inches by 2.5, depending on how wide you want the neck to fall. So I'll just take 3 inches by 3 inches for the neck. So after taking that, all you have to do is to get your neck curve with your armhole ruler. Now the reason we are following this procedure is because, like, for those who want to make their corset with yoke, so these are the procedure you're supposed to follow. So the next, you take half of your shoulder. The shoulder I'm using for this measurement is 16, divided by 2, which is 8. So you take your shoulder and rule it downward. So after doing that, you go down by 1.5 inches for your shoulder slope, then you connect it up to your neck. Okay, after doing that, the next we're going to be doing right now is to get our armhole measurement. Now for the armhole formula is the bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Now the measurement we are using for this corset, the bust measurement is 36, divided by 6 plus 1.5 will be 7.5. 36 divided by 6 plus 1.5 will be 7.5. So all you have to do is to mark your 7.5 from that shoulder slope we have there. You take it downward and mark your 7.5. That will serve as our bust line. So you just rule your line. You can call it armhole line, you can call it your bust line. So after doing that, the next we are going to do right now is to get our under bust, our shoulder to under bust. So all you have to do is to just place your tape and place your breast cup on top of the paper to get the shoulder to under bust. Please watch the video carefully so you won't make any mistake. Now the shoulder to under bust I'm using for this corset is 13 inches. So all you have to do is to place your tape on the shoulder part of your pattern. Then make sure you rest the tape across the cup. So I'm using 13 right now, so wherever it gets to, that should be my under bust. Please watch carefully. Wherever it gets to, that should be my under bust. So after taking that, you just rule a straight line right there. So the next we are going to be doing right now is to get our shoulder to feet, which is also known as our shoulder to waist. Just place your tape and get. So I'm using 60.5 as the shoulder to waist, 16.5. Then you just take an horizontal line right here. So after doing that, the next we are going to be doing right now is to get our shoulder to the small hip. The small hip is where the corset ends. So of course we are using 22 inches as our shoulder to small hip. There you mark your horizontal line right there. So after that, all you have to do is just to label your lines. We have our underbust, we have our waistline, then we have our small hip line. So after that, the next thing we are going to do right now is to get our bust measurement. Now the formula for that is your bust divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. Bust divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So the bust right here is 36. Divided by 4 should be 9. Then plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, which is 10. So we are using 10 as it. First of all, you mark your 9, then you add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Okay, so after doing that, the next we are going to be doing right now is to get our underbust measurement, which is the underbust divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. Now the underbust right here, we are using 28 as the underbust. Divided by 4 will be 7, and plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, which is 8. So first of all, you mark your just mark your 8 there. So after doing that, the next thing is our waist measurement. So for the waist, we are using 25. So which is 25 divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance for the waist. Feet, also known as waist, divided by 4. So right here we have we have 6 and 1/4. 6 and 1/4. So after that, you just add your extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. Alright, so after doing that, the last one is the small hip measurement. So for the small hip, you are using 34. Divided by 4 will be 8.5. Then plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So right there, you just place your tape and mark your 9.5, because it's small hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, which is 8.5 plus 1 inch, which is 9.5. So after doing that, the next you want to do right now is to connect each points together. Please make sure you look at the video very well. You take your curve ruler, then you connect each point together. Okay, so after doing that, the next we are going to be doing right now is to get our nipple span, which is the nipple distance. So for this one, I'm using 7 inches. Divided by 2 will be 3.5 plus half inch for sewing allowance, which is 4 inches. So we are using 4 inches for the nipple to nipple distance. So all you have to do is to mark your 4 inches on your waist part, your small hip, and under the bust. Then you take your straight line. Please make sure the nipple distance line doesn't get to the bust line. It should end under the bust line. So after doing that, the next we are going to be doing right now is to place our cup on the pattern and draw the cup out. So make sure the cup ends on that under bust line. So So right now you can either straight the cup or bend the cup, depending on how you want it to be. Now when you straight the cup, it will reveal the that middle part of your bust, which is also known as the cleavage or so. So it won't reveal it, but when you bend the cup, it will reveal the cleavage. But right now I'm using it this way. I'm just going to bend the cup and make sure to leave ½ inch on the front part of it. So there will be an ½ inch here before drawing the cup out. So right now, just go ahead and draw the cup. Don't forget what I said. If you are placing the cup straight, that means you want the cup to cover the bust completely. But if you are bending the cup a bit, then you want the middle part of your bust to be revealed. So just do what is best for you. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing you're going to do right now is to get mark ½ inch for sewing allowance on that cup area. Okay, you mark your ½ inch. So when you sew the cup to the dress, initially it will fall back to the normal line right there. I hope you understand. And don't forget, we left ½ inch on that middle part. If you look at it very well, the cup didn't get to the middle part of the paper. There's an ½ inch there. So after doing that, the next thing you have to do is to get the mid part of your armhole and then go in by 3/4 of an inch. Then you get your armhole curve. Now the reason for this procedure is because in case if you are using the yoke to make the dress, you just have to follow this procedure. Alright, so as you can see, this is the front pattern of our corset with an inserted cup. Alright, let's move to the back pattern. So for the back, as you can see right here, I've extended all the lines. I extended the guideline, the bust line, the under bust line, the feet line, and the small hip line. So make sure you do so before you start your back pattern. So the first thing we want to do for the back right now is to get our neck measurement. So now we are going to be using 3 inches by 1 inch for the neck measurement. So you just place your ruler and get your back neck curve. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to get our shoulder. Don't forget, our shoulder is 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So after doing that, all you have to do is to place your ruler and then get your shoulder line. So after that, you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. The front shoulder slope is always 1.5, while the back shoulder slope is always 1 inch. Then you connect it up to your neck. Then after that, you get the mid part of your armhole. Just do what we did on the front pattern. You get the mid part of your armhole and then mark it. Then you go in by ½ inch. Okay, so after doing that, the first thing we want to do now is to get our bust measurement. Don't forget we've added our sewing allowance, so anything you have there, just place it at the back. So you just mark it. Alright, after that you connect your armhole curve using your pattern master. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing we are going to be doing right now is to get our nipple to nipple distance. Don't forget, we used 4. The nipple distance is 7, divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half inch, which is 4. So we are using 4. Then you just take a straight line right there. So on this back pattern, make sure the nipple line gets to the bust line. Alright, so after doing that, the next one to do right now, on this waistline, all you have to do is to take half inch on both sides on that nipple line. You go out by half inch, then you go in by half inch. That should serve as our dart. Okay, then all you have to do is to connect it upward. Then you connect it downward. Same with the other part of the dart. Okay, so after doing that, the next one to do right now is to get our under bust measurement. So right here we have 8 inches. So all we have to do is to complete it 8 inches. Then the feet, we have wait, I think we made a mistake. For that under bust measurement, all you have to do is to jump the dart before finishing your measurement. So you have to jump the dart before finishing your measurement. Let's take it again. Our under bust is 8 inches. First of all, before the dart, you mark the front part. So after doing that, you jump the dart, they complete your measurement. Yeah, this is the right way to do it. Good. So after doing that, you go over to your waistline. Now for the waist, you also measure the front part. Now we have 7 and 1/4, 7 inches and 1/4. First of all, you mark your front, the front part before the dart. We have 3.5. All you have to do is to jump the dart to complete your measurement. So you mark your 7 and 1/4. Then while for the small hip, there's no dart there. All you have to do is to measure the small hip and complete the measurement. So after doing that, all we have to do right now is to get our curve to connect all the edges together. All the points we have, connect them together. So alright guys, as you can see, we are done. So don't forget, when making your pattern, you have to have you have to add 1 inch for your zip allowance. You add your 1 inch for your zip allowance. But if you are making it with a eyelet, which is that lacy corset, all you have to do is to go in by 1.5 on this point here. You go in by 1.5, then you connect it down to this point. Of course, this should be the V shape. Then after that, you add half inch for sewing allowance, which is also known as that turning allowance. Like, you are supposed to use half inch to turn it with your lining, so you just add your extra half inch. And don't forget this is where your eyelet is supposed to stay. So as you can see, that is it. And lastly, please don't forget to come down by 1 inch or 1.5, because the back of the corset is supposed to go down a bit. It's not supposed to be of equal length with the front, so you just go down a bit and you connect it to the armhole. So as you can see, that is it. So please do well to follow this procedure from start to finish, and thank you for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a nice day.